Some things are essential to our happiness. Knowing and living by our priorities are very important to be joyful. I want to help you identify the things you want to put first in your life and look at the things we often trade that matter very little. Imagine that every day we are given a container to fill with the things we want. How many of us would fill it with things that do little for us or distract us from the things we desire to do with our day? Let me illustrate with a story. There was once an old woman teaching her grandson about what's most important in life. She went into the kitchen and got out a large pickle jar, took the young boy outside, and went into the garden, where she had a pile of sand, a small pile of pebbles, and 7 large rocks. She challenged the young boy to put all this in the jar. She said, "I promise all these things will fit inside this jar." She left the boy to figure it out, but she said, "Remember to put the most important things first." Then off she went into the house. The boy tried many things sitting out in the blazing sun. He put the sand in the jar because, hey, it's small, right? Then he added the pebbles because they aren't that big either. When he looked in the jar, though, it was half full. He hoped that 7 large rocks would fit in, and after 3 big rocks, he could not fit another into the jar. "Why is it not working?" he exclaimed. "Grandma said it would all fit. The sand and pebbles are small. Why did they take up so much room?" The boy ran into the house frustrated, flopped his body on the couch. "Oh, did you figure it out, my son?" "No," replied. Grandma, with a hopeful smile, said, "Remember, put the most important things first." She went on her way and left the boy to himself. The boy thought for a while, why didn't it fit? And what is important when it comes to sand, pebbles, and rocks? After a while, he ran back outside. He emptied the jar back out, removed the rocks, the pebbles, the sand. This time the boy said, "What is most important to put first in the jar?" He grabbed the rocks, and this time he thoughtfully looked at the rocks. As he looked, he noticed small lines of writing on the rock. The message said, "Family is important." He knew this was important and placed it in the jar first, saying out loud, "Family is important." He picked up another rock, looking for words, and found, "Having fun is important." Each large rock had a new message. Working hard is important. Friends are important. Learning is important. Life is important. People are important. Now the boy had all 7 rocks in the jar. To his joy, they each fit inside. Next, the boy grabbed the pebbles because they were bigger than the sand. He grabbed a handful and shook the jar. He watched as the pebbles trickled into the cracks of all the rocks. After many handfuls, the pebbles fit into the jar and filled all the cracks. The boy continued and grabbed the sand, pouring it 1 handful at a time into the jar. The sand fell quickly over the pebbles and filled the jar to the top. The boy screwed the lid onto the jar. He hoisted the jar up, barely holding it a few inches from the ground, and waddled into the house. "Grandma, Grandma, I did it, I did it!" Popped the jar on the kitchen floor. She whispered, "Oh good, I'm so proud of you." This little boy quietly said to the grandma, "How did you learn what was important?" She said, "You can just tell. When you spend time with loved ones, I feel better. When I work hard, I feel happy. Over time, I learned what was most important." "I wanted to teach you early," Grandma gently reminded him, "that some things matter so much in life. It's those things we need to put first in our lives and in our days. We need to take care of our big rocks first."